everybody, and welcome back. Wednesday night edition as we're live on Inside the Headset. Going to roll over to Blount County. Going to talk to my good friend, the Hall of Fame coach of the Alcoa Tornadoes, head coach Gary Rankin. How you doing tonight, Coach?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Well, big game last week against Knox West. Take us through it a little bit. Came out a winner in overtime, didn't you, Coach? 21-20.
Yeah, we went two consecutive games. We played the number one team in 6A in Maryville, and then turned around our next game and played the number one ranked team in 5A. So we certainly had our work cut out 2 weeks in a row. It was great competition, great games. A lot of people said that was one of the best games they've seen in a long time over at West. We went in two overtimes. We faced some adversity over there, but we overcame it. They had a good football team. They were well coached. They were well prepared. And it was a game that we really needed, but had a lot of yardage, just didn't get a lot of points. So we made some mistakes in the red zone, had some costly penalties, and didn't really play as good as I would like for us to play. Because, anytime a coach says that, usually the opposing team has something to do with it. So West had something to do with it. They played a great game.
Well, and, you talk about looking for a game like this and getting your team challenged and everything. We're at the halfway point, and you've been here many a times. You know the road to the gold ball. But you've got to have some of them challenges, because when you get in playoffs and you get in that certain kind of little bind or something, or you get challenged, if you haven't been challenged before, you may not come out of it alive, will you, Coach?
We try to do that in our non-region games, and we had Ray County a first ball game, and
Yep.
They were ranked in the top 5 in their division at the first of the year, and sort of climbed themselves back up there. So we knew that Ray, West, and Maryville would give us all that we wanted, and we weren't necessarily scheduling to try to be undefeated on the year. So we knew they would be great teams. They'd be well coached, and they were exactly what we wanted them to be. So hopefully, and I don't think there's any doubt, it'll help us going down the road.
Oh, yeah. Well, we shift gears, and you're going to take on a struggling Cookeville team and an old friend of yours. And talk a little bit about, if you would, please, the relationship you and Coach Maynard have had throughout the years, and just share with the fans a little bit about you guys and a little bit about how you guys kind of came about.
Well, we got in, when I got into coaching, he got into coaching. Somewhere we crossed paths and talked some football at times, and got to be football buddies, and we used to scrimmage all the time. And then when I went to Riverdale, he was probably one of the main guys that probably influenced me to go there, and he went with me. He left the head coaching job to go be the defensive coordinator at Riverdale when I took that Riverdale job. And, he had a big hand in turning that program around. When we turned it around, 6 or 8 coaches that was there, and he was certainly one of them. And he was the man I took with me when I went there, and we've been great friends since then. He's no doubt he's one of the best football coaches in the state of Tennessee. One of the best school people in the state of Tennessee. He's a great school administrator. Went to Smith County for years and just turned that program around, turned that school around in a lot of ways, and up the facilities. So he's done a lot of things for a lot of schools and a lot of kids in different schools. So he'll have them ready. You're right. They're struggling. They've been struggling. I don't know what all's gone on. I know they lost a couple of kids. They've had some things happen. But coming into the season, I think he thought they were going to be really, really good. And just some things have gone south on them. But I'm sure they'll be excited to come up here and play us. And we're expecting to get their best shot.
Well, Coach, and when you've had some of those teams in those early years, and you're trying to get kids to listen to you and get kids to do fundamental tackling, do fundamental blocking, and do and learn the offense and understand. There's 4 quarters. It just doesn't happen real quick. It's hard to. It's hard. It was hard back then. It's still hard today. It ain't gotten any easier, has it?
It's gotten harder. It's gotten harder today to. Especially when teams get down or your program gets down, it's so tough to turn them around now and turn around season. There's so many other directions these kids can go and so many different things they can do. And, I've been fortunate. I've been blessed. I've had some success the last 30 years almost and been winning enough to keep kids interested. And we've had our struggles too, like everybody else. And, they say winning takes care of all those problems, and it takes care of a lot of them. There's no doubt about that.
But not all of them.
Doesn't take care of all of them, but it's a whole lot easier when you're winning some games to try to keep their attention. And try to keep them working. And when you're goal, you got things that you're shooting for. So, but Jimmy's one of the best. I mean, he's one of the, he's what high school football is all about. He's been a great leader to kids, to teachers, and he's a Jim.
Well, Coach, can you share with us a little bit about what you might do over the break, or what's going on next week as you get ready to take a little break here before we go into the last three?
Well, we'll give our kids a week off. I mean, we play so many games, and we talk about making sure our kids stay fresh, and we probably have taken a little more time off in the last 3 or 4 years than we have. And I've never taken any time off till about 3 years ago. I've always just kept doing my football work and doing football stuff, but about 3 or 4 years ago, I did take a break, and it was probably one of the best things I ever did. I got away from football for a few days and got to doing some things that actually took my mind off of it for a few days. So it's a good break for us. It comes at a great time for us, and it gives us the time to catch our breath and restart and try to finish out the rest of the year and see where we stand when the playoffs start.
Coach, good luck Friday night. We hope to talk to you in 14 days, and stay safe.
Appreciate it. Thank you, brother.
See you. Bye.